Hi guys, it's Asoft and welcome to a quick demo of an Outbound AI voice agent system I built with N8N dedicated for recruiters. This voice agent system acts as an assistant in order to help recruiters conduct interviews with candidates and qualifies them for specific roles. You agree with me that oftentimes recruiters face some challenges ranging from making endless phone calls with candidates to organizing spreadsheet of qualified or unqualified candidates manually, and as a matter of fact they can even forget whoever they have even made contacts with before, and this can even lead to repeating the same task over and over again. More reason why I thought of this automation in which it's going to be like an assistant in order to help them conduct interviews virtually. I'm going to make a demo of how it works in a sec, but before I do, let me just explain a quick workflow. So once they click on execute, so it's going to get all the rows of the records from the Excel spreadsheet. So this must have been pre-populated by them. These are the list of pre-populated records that must have been pre-filled by them actually. So for instance, I as an Adeleke Ahmed, a candidate with the phone number, and these are the classification and the summary or status that the agent is going to update accordingly once it finishes the interviews with the prospective candidates so that the recruiters can review accordingly. So I'm going to show a quick demo of how that works in a jiffy, but let me continue explaining. So once it gets each of the rows of the records, calling them one by one, it's going to this where the loop come into play. It loops through the records one after the other. So meaning that if they have 1,000 records of candidates, it loops through the records one after the other, and once it finalizes that, it's going to when it is finalized for each of the candidates, it updates each of the records each of the rows of the records accordingly based on the classification, summary, status. You guys gonna see in the sec actually. So after that, I use VAPI AI. I use VAPI API actually um, to communicate with the agent actually with the necessary prompt and model actually, right? So these are the prompt. This is a model. So this is the model. So Kate is a virtual assistant actually, right? For software solution, blah blah blah, all those kind of stuff. So these are the list of prompt with the necessary analysis. So also, right, I also wrote this analysis actually. So once it calls the VAPI API, so it gets each of the records, like the records of each of the calls actually, and this if checks if the call is still in progress, right? So if the call is still in progress, it checks every 15 seconds. So every 15 seconds, it checks if the call is still in progress. So if the call has not ended, it will continue to run until the call finishes. So when it finally finishes, it then does what? It runs through the LLM and updates its Google Sheet accordingly. So it's run through the LLM. So the I use the LLM to structure the output of the call. So in order to feed it with the Google Sheet, in order to update the Google Sheet actually. So you guys are gonna see in a sec. So without further ado, let me just run it so that you guys can hear. So let me run it. You guys are gonna see that my phone is gonna ring. Yep, I am the candidate and the assistant. The agent is calling me. Let me pick it up. Let me pick it up. Let me pick it up.
Trial account. You can remove this message second. Hey, is this Adeleke Ahmed?
Yes, this is Adeleke Ahmed.
Great, I'm Alex, a recruiter assistant for software solutions. I'm here to conduct your initial job screening for the senior software engineer position. This should take about 5 minutes just to confirm you applied for the senior software engineer position, right?
Yes, I have to apply for that.
Got it. Thanks for confirming. Sounds like you may have applied to a couple roles. Appreciate the enthusiasm. Let's focus on the senior software engineer position for now before we dive in. Do you have a few minutes to go through some quick questions with me?
Definitely, I have a few minutes to go through the question.
Perfect. Thank you. Let's get started. Can you tell me a little about your most recent role and how it relates to this position?
My most recent role is a mid developer, and yes, I Um, I'm looking towards applying for this role because of the fact that I have more than 5 years of experience as a mid developer.
Sorry, could you repeat?
I have more than 5 years of experience as a mid developer, and I strongly believe that I should be best fit for this role.
Got it. Thanks for sharing. So you have experience as a mid-level developer, which is fantastic. Can you tell me a bit about the specific skills or technologies you've worked with that would make you a strong fit for a senior software engineer role?
I have tons of experience, a couple of experience ranging from Node.js to JavaScript to trying to build APIs, GraphQL, or database management system. So yeah, those are the skills I have.
That's great to hear. You have experience with JavaScript, building APIs, GraphQL, and database management systems. These are all valuable skills. Could you share a challenge you faced in your previous role and how you handled it?
The challenge I faced was the fact that we encountered a blocker when it comes to building a wealth compliance system for a UK company. And
got it. So you
okay.
Oh, I see. You encountered a blocker while working on a voice compliance system for a UK-based company. Can you share how you handle your salary expectations for this role?
My salary expectation is between the range of $100,000 and $150,000 per annum.
Got it. You're looking at a salary range between $100,000 and $150,000 per year. Thank you for sharing all of that. Would you like me to provide more details about software solutions and the role?
Sure, you can go ahead.
Absolutely. Software Solutions is known for creating innovative business software tools that help companies work more efficiently. As a senior software engineer, you'd be responsible for designing, building, and maintaining robust, scalable systems while collaborating with a talented team on cutting-edge projects. Environment you'd enjoy working in?
Definitely.
Fantastic. I'm really glad to hear that. Before we wrap up, do you have any questions about the role or the company that I can help answer?
No question. No question.
All right. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat, Adelie. The hiring team will review your application and follow up with next steps soon. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to reach out to us at hiring@supersoftcareers.com. Have a great day.
Have a great day as well. Bye. So that is that about that, guys. So let's go to the Excel sheet. Should update the record accordingly based on whatever score summary has been discussed with the candidate. Actually, you guys should see that in a sec. Let me still check if my piece is okay. Still running. All right, so it's still running. As you can see, it was also triggering this event, like trying to check if the call is still in progress. So the call has finalized. Can you see that, guys? So yes. So technically, this is a very good agent that helps 10 hours a week on repetitive calls. Ensures that every candidate gets called, contacted instantly. It can even be contacted one after the other or parallel to each other, actually. So it keeps track of Excel sheets and updating it in real time. So it works. It can work 24/7 even when the recruiters are offline. It can even help personalize some messages based on whatever logic you you fed it with, actually. So whether you're doing bulk outreach for a job opening, following up on an application, or even updating candidate status, this voice agent can become a virtual recruiter in order to help handle all the calls automatically without breaking your back or your bank, actually. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye everyone.
I'd also like to ask